Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Hey everybody, I hope you all doing well. Lady Cheryl here. I'm getting ready to take a walk around the food forest and show you what's going on. I've lost some trees due to the Arctic freeze we had a couple weeks ago, and we had a low temperature of 3 degrees. And so I lost some trees, and I'm not going to dwell on them, and I'm not giving up on them because some of them may grow back, okay? But I'm going to also show you all of the seedlings that I have left to put in the ground or in containers or in my raised beds, okay? Let's get started. Okay, so this is my Calamondin tree, and I have it close to the house in case we should get another freeze again, and I can kind of cover it up and have a little shelter. And here are some of the seedlings that I still have to put into containers. I may leave the okra out, and you can see the wind has beat them up pretty bad, but then it's okay. And here's some basil, marigolds, red Texas star hibiscus, zinnias getting ready to bloom, and right there. And same thing here, marigolds getting ready to bloom, and okra and Japanese sorrel, and that's a zinnia too right there. Okay, this is my Miho Satsuma tree. It took a beating when we had the freeze, but it's coming back. It's a little yellow. I'm not putting it in full sun until I nurse it back to health. And the leaves are curling a little bit, but it's going to come back. I'm not really worried about it. I'm sure it's going to come back. And here's some more okra, zinnias, basil, and 2 different types of basil down there. Okay, and then we have the Texas star hibiscus. Okay, let's move on. Over here, some of the same plants. I think I got about 13 different zinnias. Let me show you right here. This is okra. It's really too cold for okra, so this may go back into the greenhouse. And that's that indication that it got a little too cold. I think it was down to 43. By the way, I got the mask on because we have high winds in Texas. This is the time of year I've suffered with allergies really bad, so I have to protect myself. These are going to open up really well, real quickly. And you can see just an update on the garden beds. Everything is still alive. Took a little beating because it was cold the last couple of days. I learned I don't have to cover them up, guys. They're going to bounce back, okay? Now, let's go over to bed number 2. So here's bed number 2. And Brian's plant, let me come around this way so you can see it. Let me go in closer. There's Brian's plant. This is the first zinnia that's popping through, and it's going to get real huge. And then there's Bria's little plant right there. She has a marigold and a Japanese hibiscus. Here is my pomegranate, or what's left of my pomegranate tree. I still got a little bit more pruning to do, but it died back during the 3-degree temperature. I didn't cut it all the way down. Closer to the root area, there are some green areas, so it may come back. I haven't given up on it. Okay. All right, and I just stuck my tool right there in the ground, but because I'm gonna go back and cut some more of it down. Okay, and I'm hoping that it will continue to grow. Here are the rest of the seedlings, and sunflower is really getting ready to open up. And right here, a zinnia here. Comfrey has grown back beautifully in this raised bed where I have a moon glow. Pear tree is growing really well. And this one is a Cheryl, I think, I might be pronouncing it wrong. Asian pear. And right over here, that's just all Mexican petunia. It'll grow back. I gotta cut it all down, okay? And in the greenhouse, I've got my bay leaf and just a few parsley and dill and some peppers. And these are all, what do you call those? Dahlia bulbs. I'm gonna let them wake up, okay? All right. And I'm gonna finish this bed today, I promise. I keep jumping on different things, but I'm gonna finish this bed and put those tomatoes in the ground, some marigolds. And then next week, I'll do the pepper row. And that row of peppers will get straightened out real soon. Okay, here are my cherry trees. This is a Windsor Sweet. And the one with the white blooms on it right there, that is a Rainier cherry. And they are doing great. I'm very happy that they woke up. So this is a Red Haven peach where my hand is. That's on a dwarf stock. This is a Red Haven peach on a regular stock. And right back here is a Sunglow. Okay, let's move on to the food. This little container here has some tulips that were coming up early and then they froze back, but they're coming back up again now. And of course, these are yellow pansies. Here is a elderberry that I chopped all the way down last fall. And it's coming back vigorously. And here is a jujube. And at first, I thought it wasn't going to wake up. But then I noticed yesterday it's some new growth coming on there. So it'll be back. It'll be back. Here's my Satsuma Magnolia Tree. It started blooming before the freeze, and then it just kept on blooming after the freeze. And if you didn't know, these flowers are edible, and you can make tea out of the leaves. And you can use that tea to help with constipation, inflammation, anxiety, stress, depression, fever, headache, stroke, and asthma. And the flower buds itself can be used to help with a runny nose, common cold, sinus pain, hay fever. And some people believe that it can help with facial dark spots, and that you can put the flower directly on your gums to help with toothaches. The old-fashioned lights will raise the temperature. It'll heat it up, especially if you put a frost cloth or sheets or burlap on it. It can raise the temperature by 10 degrees. Okay, so these are my Methley plums. There's one here. And it's one over there behind the greenhouse. I'll get closer so you can see it. And I think this is going to be the year that we're going to get plums, because I think this is what they look like. I've never seen this before after it leaves out. So I think this is where the plums are going to be. See that? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. And here are a bunch of weeds I'm going to get up. Here's another pear tree. Only one left I need to put in the ground, coming out of dormancy. Here's an apple tree. And it looked like it lost its bungee cord to get this in. It's not coming out of dormancy yet, but I think all of these are fruiting buds. So we'll see. This is my tea garden. This is actually the Texas Star Hibiscus. And it just snaps off, and I'll clean it all out and edge all around here and harvest the mint. I just have Texas Star Hibiscus and mint. I'll cut it all the way back, and you'll see in May is when it comes up out of the ground. And back here, also I have my Yates Persimmon. It doesn't make its appearance until about the end of April. Yates Persimmon, beautiful tree. Got a lot of fruit from it. Again, I apologize for all of the junk. I can't help it. This is a busy time of year for cleanup. So let's go over here. This is a Yates Persimmon. This is an American persimmon, and that one over there is Fuyu is a Japanese persimmon. Okay, and I don't remember exactly what that pear tree is. I'll look at my journal and see because I lost the tag, but I'll let you know. But it was in danger. It had fire blight, and I cut it down because you can see this right here, this browning part here, and here, and here. I cut all of that off, and it's doing well. I'm grateful. I want to get it in the ground. I'll tell you where I want it. I want to put it right there in the middle of that comfrey. There's a hole we started digging, but we couldn't get it finished in time. But that's where I plan on putting that tree. And I bypassed a couple of trees. Uh-oh. Here they are. Here's one. Here's a Mimosa tree. And it's trying to swell. See the little green right there? And Lord, what did I do with the other one? I put the pomegranate branches on it. Uh-oh. Move that out the way. And here's the other mimosa tree right there. And you can see it's coming to life. Okay? All right, I'll be careful. And over there is two little small pecan trees and Texas Star white hibiscus up against that fence where you see the pipe. Let me see if I can go in closer. That's Texas Star white hibiscus right there. And here's another Methley plum. And I'm not sure, but I really think those are going to be plums. I think it's the first year that I get some. And I just let this go wild here. I'm going to have to pull up all these. If you look real close, you'll see wasps and you'll see bees swarming all over these flowers. But this is also a delicious apple and a Crimson Crisp apple. And you can see it's swelling. It's getting ready to open up. And that one is getting ready to open up as well. Okay. Now let's go to the other side of the food forest. Guys, I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to do some research. If you guys know, let me know. I see the sap is running out of here. And I'm almost certain that this is a pear or plum tree. I lost the tag during the winter. And right here is another plum tree, a wild plum that a tree I think I bought $5 from somebody on Facebook. Yeah, I'm uncertain. So these two are in containers, they can be moved, and this one is in the ground. So ideally, I can move this one about right here. It'll be a good spot. And then I'll have a walkway back. Okay, this is a mess over here, but I've done a lot of pruning on that elderberry bush here. Elderberry bush next to the fence, and a wild plum in the middle, and the mulberry. It was hanging all over my neighbor's side, and I trimmed it down. So I'm excited about that because I heard that if I do that, it'll flush it out and we'll get mulberries. It's just the second year and it's grown tremendously. Okay, so this is like a little mini tour of the food forest, and in the weeks to come, I will be showing you more as the trees and bushes and vines start fruiting out or leafing out. Thank you so much for watching this video. You know that God loves you and I love you too.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.